In 2 weeks, I'm done. You want to talk about regretting your vote?
I never thought I'd say that, but I regret my vote. I voted for Trump.
I voted for Trump, and I regret it now.
As a Hispanic, I voted for Donald J. Trump. Dude, I regret it so much, man.
I am regretting my vote for Donald Trump.
I voted for Donald Trump, and now I regret it.
A lot of people who were like me voted for Trump and have to account for that.
I regret voting for Trump.
So deeply regret my vote for Donald Trump.
I regret voting for Trump.
I was a dumbass, voted for Trump. It was the worst decision I ever made.
I've seen the light, and I got out of MAGA. A lot of us there have seen the light. We have deep regrets.
I feel guilty because I voted for Trump twice. I feel very guilty because I feel responsible. That's why he's still running.
I was with Trump for 9 straight years. I'm disappointed. I'm very disappointed in Trump right now.
In FAFO season, this is literally what happens. Some people elected for Trump and they thought that the effects of him being a president of USA was going to hit different people, but it started within their families, within their businesses, within their farms. In this video, we're going to react at different clips of people who are regretting their vote for Trump. And maybe you who is watching, you also have the same regret. Why did I vote for Trump? As you know, everything happens because of a reason. Maybe next time that people are going to vote for a president, they're going to be keen on how that president is going to execute his plan. Because sometimes you think that the consequences are going to hit different people, but they start with you. So let's watch the whole video, and I'm going to be back with my final remarks and commentaries. And please, as you're watching this video, make sure that you drop your comments. Of course, if you have not subscribed to this YouTube channel, remember to do so.
You promised not to get into any foreign wars on the campaign trail.
That's one of the things that has angered me, is like almost immediately went back on his word.
He also said he would bring prices lower. Obviously, you mentioned fertilizer prices. We've seen gas prices, grocery prices, real estate prices. Is that another frustration for you?
Yeah, I mean, it's making it harder to pay off my college debt and stuff like that. I was doing pretty well for a while, and now it's kind of coming closer to a halt.
I guess when you did vote for Donald Trump, is this what you were expecting?
Certainly not with the foreign wars and stuff like that. No.
Today's a day that I'm feeling a lot of remorse for having supported Trump and MAGA. Hey everybody, Rich here, Leaving MAGA at leavingmaga.org. Let me preface by saying that I am not making this video to elicit any sympathy or any pity from anyone, but it's just, it's one of these days that it's a stark reminder to me about the remorse, regret, and some of the guilt that I feel over having supported Trump and MAGA, not just as a mere voter, but someone who was an activist, who was a pundit, who worked on the Trump campaign, who donated to the Trump campaign, someone who was an unapologetic and public Trump and MAGA supporter as I was. And as the president threatens war crimes and probably nuclear war, it's just a reminder for me that I made a mistake. And I would ask all of you out there who right now have MAGA friends and relatives, I think a lot of them are starting to feel some regret. I think a lot of them are starting to privately and quietly have their own doubts, their own confusion, maybe questioning their beliefs. Maybe they're feeling a little bit guilt themselves about having supported Trump. It's just, today's the kind of day that, you know, it makes me think that I once supported the Republican Party, and perhaps it's cynical of me to say this, but the Republican Party will not do anything to Trump. Trump knows that. When I was in MAGA, it was a fantasy of ours to kill off the GOP and remake it and transform it into a MAGA party. And I think if it means holding on the power, the Republican Party would let the country burn down to the ground and rule over its ashes. And I don't think that would be too steep a price to pay in the minds of the Republican Party. So reach out to your MAGA friends and family today. See how they're feeling. Ask them if they're having any doubts. Are they questioning what they're seeing? I believe many in MAGA, if not most, know that something is amiss in the country right now. Make sure you're following us at our socials. Make sure you subscribe to our newsletter, leavingmaga.org. You can get information on our support group, which is tonight at 7 p.m. It's online. It's for friends and family of those who are in MAGA, and also information on my memoir, One Betrayal Too Many. As always, appreciate you watching. Thanks so much for your support, everyone.
Trump has cut my food stamps from $2,800 down to $350. Now, what am I supposed to do? So I literally just got this piece of mail today saying that due to new policy changes from the Trump administration, all this shit, whatever. I just really don't understand. You know, I voted for him this last election because I thought what he had to do was going on, but now all of a sudden, all this policy stuff's coming out, and now he's making all these cuts, and now he doesn't want to help the less fortunate people no more. I'm done with that guy. I'm done with that guy. I'm not dealing with this no more.
You ever watch somebody set a house on fire, stand outside roasting marshmallows, and then act shocked, genuinely shocked, the second the wind shifts and their marshmallow catches fire? Yeah. That's the MAGA regret pipeline. That's the whole business model. Because let's be honest, it was never about right and wrong. It was never about policy. It was about proximity. It's a very simple, very stupid equation. Does this affect me, specifically me, today? No? Cool. Sign me up. Lock the border, cut the program, deport the immigrants. And now they're affected. Family members deported, bills climbing, benefits disappearing. They keep asking what changed. Nothing. The policy stayed exactly the same. It just finally arrived at their front door.
We've got to support Trump or civilization will collapse. Those are quotes. And it's true. I'm calling for it right now. 25th Amendment, impeachment, whatever needs to happen to get this front and center, to get control of our country.
I've been very open with the fact that I will be supporting Trump. I'm completely embarrassed that I supported Trump in the past because of, the fact that he completely flipped on his entire base.
I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you very much. It's a great honor.
I never even wanted Trump to win until he was the only guy to vote for.
Dude, Trump is the fucking man. You guys ever meet Trump? You talk to him? No, you meet him and he's actually a solid fucking guy.
When you're at a Trump rally, you're like, oh, I could definitely see how Hitler happened. Like, I'm not fucking joking to you, dude. When you go to a Trump rally, it makes you question the sanity of everybody. If Trump said, go grab a gun and go do anything, they would fucking do it. They would fucking do it.
I know, it's a cult.
I became an active Trump supporter when they raided Mar-a-Lago.
You and I and everyone else who supported him, you wrote speeches for him. I campaigned for him. I mean, we're implicated in this for sure. I want to say I'm sorry for misleading people, and it was not intentional.
It might be crass, and it might be certain parts of it might feel, vulgar or whatever, but it is democratic to have people come out to speak directly to them, to run as an America first, and you're going to take care of America, and then turn around and go, all of these things, daycare, Medicare, Medicaid, we have nothing to do with that. We're fighting wars. This is the greatest about face in political history that I have really ever seen.
Anyone else really fucking tired of seeing these MAGA men say, I'm so sorry that I voted for Trump. I realize that I was wrong, but they're sitting in their fucking truck by themselves. I want to see you give your apology, sorry I voted for Trump, in your crowded MAGA bar at your blue collar job with 10 of your buddies standing around. I'm so tired of seeing these videos where they are just sitting in private confessing that they were wrong. But I bet you not a single person that they know knows about that regret. Do it publicly. I want to see what you do when you get some kickback on that regret.
Like, I was all for fucking Trump. Now, with Trump passing the law that if your kid's if you put your baby dad on child support, they're going to be getting the money from the child, like for the child, for child tax. How the fuck does that work?
The funniest thing about this is it isn't even true. These MAGA moms are all over the internet right now screaming and crying about how they regretted voting for Trump because right-wing men who love to control women have spread this rumor all over Twitter, and it's made its way here, stating that if you're a single mother, too bad. If a man pays your child support, he gets to claim your children on his taxes as dependents, even if he hasn't seen them in who knows how long. And they are breaking down. Is this how we win? Well, interestingly enough, it's kind of weird how you don't care how your vote affects anyone else, but you start crying and backtracking when it hypothetically affects you, even if it doesn't actually affect you. And it also shows how susceptible you guys are to misinformation and how misinformation will literally sway how you think and vote. But regardless, this is how we win. We just tell these single moms out here, spread rumors. Donald Trump signed an executive order stating that you have to pay your baby daddy's car note. Donald Trump signed an executive order stating that you have to pay your baby daddy's fucking mortgage and electric bill. And I guess they'll regret their vote. This is fucking hilarious. Anyways, my name is Mercedes Chandler. Give me a follow or you won't see my face again. Thank you. Goodbye.
Okay, just watch this. MAGA is dead. Former supporters are burning their MAGA flags and hats right now, while Donald Trump panics over the mass exodus. Lifelong Republican John Gannon, 75, watched Trump's ICE Gestapo deport his wife Jasmine and now cries on TV saying he regrets his vote and wouldn't do it again. Ohio Trump voters slam him for breaking promises of no foreign wars and lower prices, calling him a money-powered weasel who wants tax immunity for his family. Fuck that, they say, as gas and store prices climb and wars bring them nothing. Marjorie Taylor Greene and MAGA lieutenants declare he betrayed America first. In Texas, a retired Republican judge, ashamed of corrupt Ken Paxton, endorses Democrat James Tallarico. Utah now generates more electricity from solar than any other source, ignoring Trump's loser windmill rants. Independents call him a traitor, covering up Epstein's child sex trafficking. Fox hosts melt down as Paxton hides from debates. Trump's closing message? Maybe send gas prices up again. The base is gone.
Does America feel great again?
No, not at all. Oh, I can get laid off tomorrow, then I'm pretty much homeless. Because, you can't save now. Every dollar you have has to go to gas, groceries, bills, rent.
Does America feel great again?
Not in the way everyone wanted, with gas prices, and you can't afford to breathe at this point.
What does it feel like to be living in these conditions right now, in these economic conditions right now?
Hurt, very hurt. I try to do, sorry, I cried. I try to do a lot for my kids, and I can't do much.
It's hard, especially as a father, because you ain't got that extra cash to go and spoil your kids. So it's pretty difficult.
The middle class is definitely being affected. Yeah. Low class might as well, crawl in a hole because they can't afford anything. Drill, baby, drill just didn't go, I don't think.
You still can't beat inflation, no matter what. Well, it seems we never catch up, no matter what. We're always behind the 8 ball.
You've actually seen it all. The farmers are in regret. Restaurant owners are in regret. The people are in regret. And even the people who had families, the government is separating their families. But also remember something, the blame is not on people who are executing what they said. Because what they said they are going to execute, that's what they are doing. I think I can put the blame on the people who voted for something, and then that thing they voted for is the one which is being executed. But now they are coming back and blame who? You have to blame yourself. Actually, you have to blame yourself more than any other person, because there are people who did not want Trump to be a president of USA, but you played a very big role for him to be where he is right now. And look at what he's done for your country. The farmers are crying, restaurant owners are crying, families are separated. That is all because of your very simple decision, your only one vote. This is not me saying that Trump should not be voted for. It's me saying that for every decision that you take, you really have to bear the consequences, and do not push the consequences to any other person, because the president does not vote for himself. The president is put by the very same people that he is going to rule. So if the president is not acting the way many people want, and the very same people are the one who voted for him, I cannot put the mistake on the president himself. I could rather shift that mistake or that problem to the very same people who elected for that president. This was my take on this video, and please, if you're watching this video, remember to put your idea in the comment section, hit that like button, and please remember to subscribe because this helps me a lot. Let's meet in the next video, which is coming very soon.